So this year, I can't partner with one. More Mahama responsible because he's aware of everything.
We ain't na Wontumi 3 radio stations. That is Wontumi Accra, Wontumi Kumasi, and Wontumi FM Takrade. We ain't na yatum ana. Sayankasa na semno etie. Wontumi lawyer, the Leonard Andy Apia Kubi, former member of parliament for Asante Achem North Agogo Wakasa. What are the fine details? And I'm a on the credit card knowledge and message. So best subscribe and most subscribe here. No I click bell notification and the video be a tuma. Will be now what me I should be. Assemble and beginning from 2025. Meaning say a brand new audio no and ya nunti ya to Wontumi FM.
Oh this year I can't partner with one. More Mahama responsible because he's aware of everything. But can you say I'm not going to do NDC, you know? Omdo nipa the free woman nipa
ye jam machine no ne apacho enya year management and ye share ne say o metra TV so any reduce make service ansem no a nsemfi no enfanti agana fo station no so ansem no so anam santi me no ka say sia no achenko ya suspend no.
Yes, enya audio wenti ni atu Wontumi from asem the beginning da be mo be kaya enche I think in July any who statement from the NCA my main statement in the yes, from the NCA, that is the 12th of June 2025, 12th of June. And I'm going to announce say, your radio stations in Ghana, and she shape you are on the boom, she said so. For example, near 28 radio stations, you're more operative with expired authorization. There's a license on what they had to as a doctor knew a year demand, the license are Ghana Medical Association, their man on the woo. It's not license, in your license, papa. Again, your 14 radio stations will also have notice of revocation for failure to set up within 2 years from the date of the authorization and subsequently requested for inspection. And so, any about 13 beings who are normal, so apply for authorization, but they continue to operate using provisional authorization. So they are about 28, 14, that's about 32, so almost about 60 of them are not issues. And the NCA no many address our time pa ama akwe kaya Wontumi omu close ni kakra. Na asam no call so on the 12th of June 2025 no. According to my job online, the same day na 12 no. Same day na. Ana President John Dramani Mahama ka said there be Akufo do ya ade we bi. Radio Gold, any other stations, make cassette TI. Intermediate, never be say me support. But yeah, momo 30 days. That is 1 month ultimatum. Nasa infractions no money disuri nyina omu fem cheshe omu niema ye no mo sambana na NCA no ensho mo krate no mo nkoyo madwuma because they Ghana for adwuma no be ti me kan mo say President Dramani Mahama has called for the immediate restoration of broadcast service to 64 radio stations shut down by the National Communication Authority for regulatory breaches. In a directive to the Minister for Digitalization, Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, President Mahama requested the collaboration between the ministry and the NCA to ensure the affected stations resume operations without delay. It's President Mahama now would just said some job there be any sir. Mom koyo madwuma ye mom 30 days bibia wo bia no omonka omni NCA no enye no monka o say this was contained in a press release by the spokesperson to the President and Minister for Government Communication, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, after a few hours after the NCA shut down the stations. So this is what happened. It's like 12 June, and mom 1 month to go and fix the issues. It meaning that they should have fixed the issues by what? The 12th of July. It's the year 2 stations in him on the 11th of August. It's on the 11th, on the 12th of August. This is why NCA statement on the buy and make kind of or say the National Communication Authority has suspended the operations of 9 radio stations for various infractions. This action follows the expiration of the 30-day grace period granted by President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for defaulting stations to remedy the violations of the law and regulations governing FM radio broadcasting in Ghana. 6 stations failed, refused, and neglected to comply with the regulatory amnesty by taking no action. Subsequently, the operations of the following stations have been suspended. It's our stations here we Don't Foods Media, Dream, Jam, Jewel Group, Pandai, Unique Gateway, the Omode. Oman Fiomo Bodukuta. Oman Phoebe be I cause one call crass or can be Biama, Yachrebi Chichi of the BBNC. Normally, whereas many of the violating stations took steps to remedy breaches during the amnesty period, 3 stations failed to remedy some of the breaches, including unauthorized use of studio to transmitter link frequencies and unapproved transmitter locations. Subsequently, the operations of the following stations have been suspended for operating without a certificate of compliance in violation of the Regulation 54 of the Electronic Communications Regulation, that's the 2011, that's LI 1991. That is Wontumi Multimedia Accra, Wontumi Multimedia Kumase, Wontumi Multimedia Takrabe. It's not to Wontumi say license I debema wom. No more dear human issues won. Again, baby, I'm transmitters is in a master on some issues won. Enunti Anna the NCA suspended woman. No more lawyer and the appeal could be credit to Asempe for make a sigh say. Anyone was away in a cause because as someone more Kenyan. Oh my.
Until now, the third submission is that President Yassi say na Nitimu Wasinba Yanwana allegations say the client won't comply with the expectations of NCA. President stepping in and Oma amnesty and I say won't comply within a specific period. Now, unfortunately, no, I'm said to NCA, no, my client no, won't comply with some of the deliverables, no. And it's na omo yes omo suspended omo operational license. Na meka say a miscommunication the Ntimu woman say my client Wontumi Multimedia Company Limited said that me say omo comply with all the deliverables, no, as per the letter of the man in the early part of the year. Now, the woman said 2 of the issues are raising of location of the mask. You comply with the prescription. You invite them to come for the inspection as required by the airline. And now, yet the statutory fee for the inspection also. Then, NCA authority mandate to determine when to come and how to do it. Now, you comply with all the preconditions for the inspection, leaving the date for the inspection and the report to be generated pursuant to the inspection. And it is not within our means to do that. But having complied with the prescription, expectation is and come back by inspection. But on notice to them, once we have complied with all the prescription items, I complied with presume say we have pre-qualified. And yes, my inspection and so despite the invitation to them, and to say, by inspection, prerogative to decide when to come.
Okay. And inspection, no inspection need date, no. Any say omwa beba ni nyina hye NCA nsa.
Because you comply with you inform them say you comply enti omumra.
Okay.
Time where you statutory fee no. And no cementing your invitation for them to come and inspect you. Of course, inspection no time no any modus there. It doesn't lie in our mouth to determine.
But why would the same NCA then issue a statement almost suspending more operations?
And in the maker say if you have miscommunication, we need explanation to be given to NCA. In fact, senior Minuka say the client who more instruct to me say main throw letter comma NCA and mu say there be senior Omugwini yesa na nia SSA bia na yem show exhibit of receipts any communication between us and NCA to justify our claims. Yaya de omukairo na emu yetwa omuno omuna omuntu sana mo ebia omu feel so be comfortable with what we have shown them on paper, but inspection there omuna your responsibility so baby inspection. Nevertheless, this other thing of the use of the network, you know,
the use of studio to transmitter link
frequencies. To transmitter, no?
Yes.
And also, so you comply. Am I informed? And idea to us, no, yenye defiant. Memo, you do mushia, and you bet me into what has happened versus what they know.
Yeah, I find it a bit,
certificate, you know, any fire certificate in you see, I comply. I mean, what copies of such certificates are made by annexes to the letter I actually. Now, my being said we are in conflict, but as I say, you explain what has happened as against what is known by NCA. At the end of the day, I expect after the reconciliation, the license will be restored.
Yeah, I find it a bit strange though. Say, Sanke a different entity in a trauma sa letter we are. So I suspending more operations and Kenya about being the same NCA. My share correspondence at say near more share someone and my in every Edemore my catch someone say more into a inspection. For that same NCA to turn around and suspend operations there, I am in Kakrao.
I mean, a bit administrative default. We are sharing information within the same institution. We are baby Kwambisono. We haven't been spot on either a desk in the establishment or a personnel who has not probably provided the requisite information to people who take decisions. And say a call Mohona, I'm sure that at the end of the day, no, because I'm very positive in my mind. Say communication be a diaco biano, almost a copy of it. And when they pick their file, they will be able to talk to us and relate to the various communication between us and NCA.
As we speak, no client stations me and sending in our off.
That is correct. Now, and I may just say, you need one need Mansuchibia, SMC, Munum, and Ebaconia Kuchimunia provided evidence of performance. Now, at the end of the day, no, sanity will prevail.
You don't see any political undertones there, William.
The biggest politician in Ghana now is the president.
Yes.
Now, President Nwangasa na intervention say yema omukwai no meet requirements within some time. Now, say yen meet requirements within some time as per president's prescription. Now, say the relationship, no default to be a why will we blame the president? We will not blame the president. Be an administrative default to be. And the actually tribune say, correct ya. To give about say I did not president in per se. Wontumi but media community limited by Juma. When you are beautiful opportunity at the time when I am compliant to have instructed the closure. Rather no, or no say you might crime and comply. So why would we go back to him? Say, or no, I don't think so. Ebi ana yen kasa no a ye meet such requirements no. Ne almost receipt of what submitted no. And omuntimi reconcile what we have done versus what they expect. Nti ekwisia na edi komo ne puchira mu se. Ya ye de omu kan se enje I don't think that we should go back to the president, or I don't think that we should cry politics in this matter.
Yes, so that's why the appear could be. In fact, Wontumi True Movement TV, unse TV ne de yedwuma, radio ni na yatum. Almost statement on the buy and say, Ade NCA Kenina, no my say, we apply for the necessary authorization to operate a studio to transmitter link from NCA. We did this through formal writing and submitted it to your outfit on 30th June 2025. So meaning that in this statement by the Wontumi Multimedia True Movement, which is part of the Wontumi Multimedia, it is a tacit endorsement say, sa 12 June statement in NCA di ba say no mo nyama bi nko yie no no kre. Tie, me say NCA di statement in by 12 of June. Wontumi say ye nsusuye see ye be sa studio to transmitter no emam on 30th June 2025. What you say? So meaning that they agree says as a sad timer na NCA tramo no omunye nhyehyɛ no. I see, we obtain a fire certificate from the Ghana National Fire Service. 2. That's a time no omunye. We secure the required permit from the Environmental Protection Agency for the siting of the mast. Say mast in the year. Yakwaji EPA permit in the year. 2. We settled our standard regulatory and spectrum fee amounting to 22,333 cedis. Now say sad time na kana NCA kasi no per statement no correct. And I'll say again, the issue for me is that those of my SRD NCA na everybody na jiskana they are supposed to also go and ensure say am I am pana NCA nkoye. That for me is a bit unfair to Wontumi Multimedia. Because you are can in a lawyer can say no my there, then NCA should have hurriedly gone to check. There's a reason why President John Mahama Beka said Debbie Mumie no munkoye juma ne mo ultimatum because Ghana for na juma wo na ya Wontumi otua taxes ma aban. Inti me me a political way mefra. Whatever that has happened, the NCA should go and show according to lawyer this statement am come so me disu ana say sa na mo hye bibia e fire omunkoye omajuma. That also doesn't mean say Ghana mranya juma men cancer Ghana mranya juma, but the lawyer can anyway can there seems to be some miscommunication. Therefore they need to iron out all those miscommunication. Say Wontumi de bem on my head because per their statement the first line I confirm say no nyeme bu omunye. So on my head there ye mo munkoyo omajuma. Na Ghana for juma ometua taxes. Intermediate. These are the facts according to my sources and then the verifiable data. Media mamono. I critical knowledge channel. Mesro so be subscribe. I'm subscribe here. I know I can keep your notification. Me the video be to my ube no etima should be. Thank you so much for watching. Say the day be amika mi here Ghana and Sunya and Metro so be show you them. Take off yourself. Bye bye.